it's a balance, and it's also just like how bad do you want to get the stuff done?
Yeah.
You know, like if there's no deadline on stuff, I mean, you do as you will.
Right.
But you're gonna get to a certain point in time where it's like, man, I'm tired of thinking about this. I need to go ahead and get this project done.
Yeah.
Or I need to go ahead and do it. You find yourself on the phone too much, just like, an hour went by, I was like, man, you could have been doing some beats, man. You could have been recording something.
Yeah.
Ain't no excuse. It's just how bad you want it.
Fuck.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
are you cool if we start? Cause I'm already.
You see where I'm
already.
And it's like I don't even like to overthink this stuff, because when I overthink, it's not the same, bro. It's just like
fucking execute.
It's just go. I looked at the questions briefly.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it. I like to do a little mental prep.
That's what
but for the most part, it's just like, I'm ready, man.
Bad.
And I like to talk, man.
Like I love it, and I love your pacing. We everyone who is watching, for anyone that is watching, it's fucking let me getting. Also, fire and send me a drive. Anyway, for anyone that is watching, we have Hip Hop Heavy. Now, you are going to be able to see your own live chat here. Yo, Black Cubes, what the fuck is up? Holy shit! Holy shit! That one is a shock, and it's an honor to have you in the chat, yo.
Fire.
Super honor to have you in the chat. Heavy.
God,
wow. Okay.
That's love.
That is love, bro. Shit.
I gotta put the phone on Do Not Disturb right now.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to make this.
You're good, bro.
We're gonna get straight to it.
You're
man.
good.
This is
You'll also be able to see. This is your live view.
Okay.
So if like I had your name pop up,
okay.
There'll also be other things. It's something that you have to see, but
okay.
Especially when we're appreciate it, Black Cubes really do. Yeah, in case something does, me and I want to see it. It's just nice to see a live view sometimes.
I got you. Yeah, it's different, man.
It's a whole different fucking little experience.
Completely different, man. But I'm here for it.
I'm glad that you're fucking here for it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to eat.
Oh.
Don't forget to drink your water, your juice. Like
I got you.
Please relax.
Got you.
Breathe. There's no rush.
I got
you. Are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I moved down here 2015, I believe. I think it was 2015. And I've been down here ever since, man.
Holy shit. Why'd you move down?
It's a change of scenery. Try something different. You know what I mean? I love my hometown. That's where I'm from. I'm a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta step out of that sometimes and just travel a little bit and see what else is out there.
Yeah.
Take a chance with it. But still showing respect and paying homage to where you came from and never forgetting that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what it is. They say it's not where where you from or where you at. I mean, to a degree, yeah, but you had to start from somewhere.
The roots.
You know what I'm saying? So that is
important.
I mean, you gotta honor that. But yeah, man, it's been a journey so far, man. So wherever I go from here, it's just you gotta embrace the journey and accept it for what it is. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stay positive, and that's what it's all about, man.
Bad. So Cubes asks, that's the other thing, you can see what people are saying or just asking.
Okay.
Why you came out here in 2015?
Mm-hmm.
You need to change the scenery. Did that include? You also did you come out here having found a job already?
Well,
what was?
Man, you trying to get me here? You trying to have me talking for all night? But nah. But long story short, I'll just say that everything kind of fell into place, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fell into place. I really didn't have things lined up like that. I had some little situations here and there, but it wasn't really really secure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I definitely had some help along the way. I crashed with a buddy of mine, you know what I'm saying, a good friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, to this day, you know, he let me, you know, stay down here and brought my family down with me, you know what I'm saying, and we, you know, he let me stay, and we just kind of got everything rolling. I had got a job, my wife got a job, and we just started rolling from there. Like none of it was set up.
Yeah.
None of it was like pre-planned or, you know, a relocation thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wait. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, man. Like,
you had a family before you came here? Like the family was there before you came here?
Yeah, I was already established. Yeah.
How many kids did you have before?
I had 2 kids.
Yeah, 2 kids.
Yeah, I was already established, man.
Hell yeah. I like that.
I was already rocking and rolling, you feel me? So
yeah.
I said that's a major risk, man. You know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, again, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Again, you know, I had a lot of help along the way. It's not just me.
Naturally.
You know, always pay homage and show respect and just thank everybody for helping me out along the way. Because sometimes I ain't seeing the vision myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to get through this. You know, feeling, you know, very doubtful about things. But it just ain't the work, man. And I just keep telling myself to stay positive and, you know, have more confidence in myself and just keep pushing forward, you know what I mean? Because it's tough out here for a young black man such as myself, just day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already up against all the odds. You know what I'm saying? So so it's just like you already out here, you know, fighting a machine and going against the world every day. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's just a beautiful thing when you get to have a moment to just sit down and realize, like, man, I'm truly blessed for real.
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not, you know, like trying to be down in the dumps either about things not going my way sometimes. It's just like, yo, what do I have in front of me?
Right.
Like, this is it. And this is what I accomplished so far. And it's just like, man. So that's a lot of progression. You know what I'm saying?
That is. How do you find this is now this is actually this is very interesting. So how do you come out to Atlanta for a change of scenery around 2015? How do you find out? How did you meet this collective? That is the Controllerized Collective.
Okay.
How did you start meeting people in this community?
So, for me, it started with I heard about an open mic night at what was the name of the spot? I gotta remember the name of the spot. I'm gonna remember the name of the spot, but I heard about it. So I went to one, and the first night I didn't sign up or anything. I just wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I checked it out, and I was like, yo, this is dope. I wasn't expecting anything like this down here in Atlanta. I mean, me not being from here, I know it's a heavy music scene, and that's part of the reason why I came down here.
Interesting.
But I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
I'm only going off of assumptions, and I don't like to do that. So I just like to keep an open mind regardless. Anytime I hear any type of music venture or an open mic night, you know, I'm gonna check it out and just see what it is. But yeah, man, I checked it out and I was like, yo, this is cool. I really wasn't expecting them vibes. So, you know, came back again probably like the next week, and I actually signed up for open mic night. And some people know me for, you know, my raps, because, you know, I rap.
Hell yeah, you good. You're really good.
Some people appreciate it.
You're really freaking good.
And some people just know me for the beats.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we can get into that too, you know, if we got time. But just, it's either one or the other, but I signed up for the rap. So, you know, make a long story short, you know, I'm doing the open mics, you know, and I'm just networking with people, because I don't know nobody down here on the music tip. So, you know, I'm just networking a little bit, and I linked up with this guy named Mike Sick. I don't know if you know.
I know Mike Sick.
Okay, all
yes,
right.
I know
so
Mike Sick.
I was introduced to him. Well, I linked up with him and got cool with him, and that kind of like jump started everything.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm just like, yo, this guy is crazy with these off the top freestyles, man. Like, he's going nuts. And I ain't never seen nothing like that, like, live in front of me. I'm just like, yo, I thought I was good. I got some competition.
Okay.
But in a respectable way.
Naturally. That's
you know
how
what I'm
rap
saying?
is,
Because you
though.
always want to be around people that's going to challenge you and all that. But
Yeah.
just in a competitive way, right? So to go from that to, it was a one particular open mic night where Stolen Drums was in the building.
Oh.
This was at the Apache Cafe.
Oh. Yeah. Then when it was downtown.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
hip.
See how it's
Yes, I'm hip.
right.
There.
So I saw Stolen Drums for the first time,
Oh wow.
and I was like, okay, you familiar with that wave? I'm like, yo, this is right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? So you feel what I'm saying? That
great,
you see
yeah.
how it's all starting to. Like, I'm
Connect.
talking about these some heavy hitters in my opinion, like heavy hitters. You know, no pun intended, but these some heavy hitters, right? Right? See what I did with the wordplay, right? I can't help myself sometimes.
Okay.
I can't help myself, but you know, just some heavy hitters, man. So just like, and of course they do hip hop.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I was just like, yo, again, networking. So I linked up with him, man. Just stayed in touch, and from that open mic, it was just checking other places out, other events and stuff. So then I came across the controllerize wave, you know? So I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when I just kind of opened up another lane because a lot of people didn't know I do beats.
Yeah.
So, you know, I started doing the controllerized thing. And, you know, doing my little freestyle. You know, I had the little ciphers and stuff. So, you know, I'm out there rapping and doing all that. So then they had one little segment where it was called Auxilla, right? And you get to play your beats. You see where I'm going with it, right? I'm trying to, you know, scale it down, but, you know, so it's just like, damn, people know I rap. A lot of people don't know how to do these beats, man. So when they hear it, they're going to be like, wait a minute, you do beats too? And it's like, nah, you know I didn't just start this, right? Like, I've been doing this.
Okay.
So, you know, by me displaying the beats for the first time, like, oh, this you? It's like, yeah. Like, I do my thing, you feel me? Like, this is what I do, you know? But, you know, again, I'm cool, I'm humble, but at the same time, displaying my talent and just trying to get over those nerves, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know how people gonna receive these beats, but in my heart, I know it's gonna be fire, man. Y'all gonna like this.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, I started doing that and then started, you know, doing performances in other little places and, you know, whether I'm freestyling, rapping, or doing like, you know, playing some beats, like either or. But, you know, I'm doing both, man. So it's just like, whichever lane, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like making music, man.
Fuck with it.
I really like making music.
So how do you get, where does your start in music, where does music start for you? Where does that experience, like how do you even get into making music for the first time?
So, alright. I'm gonna save some of this stuff for my documentary. But no,
I will give them the B-roll. You'll have it.
But no, I can say that I'll start at when I first started to actually record music, like and actually on a mic, put on a CD, right? Like I was in high school. It was like my junior year. I linked up with a good buddy of mine from high school. You know, he do the music or whatever. He do the same thing. He's making music and he was making beats as well. He's actually the one that introduced me to making beats, like the FL Studio. They was calling it Fruity Loops at the time.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is what fucking FL.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
go on.
So shout out to Jay Oliver though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my buddy from high school, man. He came over his house and started recording some tracks and just grabbed like some instrumentals and start rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then he recorded it for me, put it on the CD. I ain't really pass it out or nothing. It's just like for my own personal, but I was just like, you know, we had a couple bangers on that, man. So, you know, just some underground, like unreleased, you know what I'm saying, some lost tapes type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that was special to me, man. That's when I really first started, like, actually putting tracks down. So after that, like I said, it was high school, man. You know, did the college thing for a couple years, recorded more music, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, I was getting into making beats. So I was already rapping for just like a little bit in high school, but I started making beats like shortly after. So it wasn't that much of a gap in between. So I was really doing both like consistently at the same time.
Okay.
Right? But just focusing on one or the other. Or doing, you know,
both together.
Yeah.
You might make a beat
or
for
just,
yourself to
yeah,
rap
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started recording more music, man. One of my roommates, he did music too, so we would like record music together, just on like a little desktop mic, man. I didn't know what we was doing, or some software. We just jack some beats and write some raps and record them. Like we was just having fun, man. So I started doing that, and man, I just met a couple more people that doing music in college. Met this one girl. She was, again, hella nice with the off the top freestyles, and she was killing it.
Damn.
I said she was killing it.
I'm hip.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she got me like really into like getting better.
Yeah.
I have to give her a lot of credit. You know, that's why I'm, you know, if I'm doing an interview, I'm paying homage a lot here, because it's not just me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it will never be just me. I'm just a product of everything that I've done over the years and just polishing my craft, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she got me like, I'm like, yo, I can't rap after that.
She's like, please,
please
let me go on before you.
I need to, you know what I'm saying? But that gave me the fire to just like, yo, all right, okay, it's time to step my game up, you know, respectfully, you know, because we all for the craft, you know what I'm saying? We just all like making music, but yeah, to go from that to just continuously just making beats, writing raps, all through college. Even after I got out of college, started working. You know, still making little music, just making music. It's just kind of like an outlet for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So think about it as like a lyrical journal, so to speak. I'm not putting none of this stuff out. And at that time, it was still like MySpace, man.
Yeah.
You know, like YouTube wasn't even popping yet. So, but after a few years, it's like, all right, it started to gain some traction. But yeah, it was really like MySpace and, you know, all that other stuff. So, you know, I kind of seen the transitions from like this whole beginning stages of the social media thing with the music into like what it is now, and it's crazy. But yeah, man, I had a good following on MySpace. Like I was getting numbers, man. Like, okay, it was a lot of traction going, and it just kind of faded out. So I'm like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
You know, so Facebook came along, and it's like, all right, and then, you know, Instagram came along, and then that's when YouTube started to be more of a thing, and then, you know, then you got your SoundClouds, you know, all these other things just start popping up along the way. But
exactly.
Yeah, man, throughout all that time, just, you know, my personal life, just, you know, relationships and, you know, getting married and having children, you know, all that stuff. Like throughout all of that, it's just consistently doing music.
Yeah.
And that don't mean like every single day. It's just in between. It's just like it's every day for me. So when I say I do music every day, I'm listening to something, preferably my stuff.
Yeah.
I listen to my stuff all day, every day,
and
I have the luxury of listening to beats and rhymes.
Right.
So if I get tired of hearing myself rapping too much, all right, might be quiet. Like, yo, you coming over here, you can listen to your beats.
Yeah.
You know? And then you get tired of that. Like, I'm gonna hear some raps. What you got? All right. And then I can go back over here. And then, so it's just like, I'm running out of new stuff. So it's like, now I gotta make more beats. Now I gotta make more tracks. So I can have more stuff to listen to, because I'm getting, you know, not tired of my own stuff, but, you know, you want some more stuff to listen to, right? You want to expand the catalog. So,
real quick, before you started making music in high school, was there ever like a thought to you to do that?
Well, me just actually wanting to do music, it stems a lot from just the upbringing and the kind of music I was listening to, man.
Okay.
So just a wide variety of just different styles of music. You know, just really hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Old school stuff. You know, the newer school at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm an '80s baby, so I'm growing up on, you know, Nas, Common, Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, your Jay-Z, you know, your Biggie, Tupac.
Yeah.
You know, your Wu-Tang, you know, Boot Camp Click. You know, I'm listening to a wide variety. Outkast, you gotta you know what I'm saying? But this is all the stuff that my brother was listening to.
Okay.
So
the older brother?
Of course.
It's always
So it's just like you notice all those names I said, right?
Exactly.
And it's right there in front of you. You gonna go crazy with that.
Hell yeah.
And then on top of that, you know, mom's got her collection.
Right.
So you got your Beatles, you got your Prince.
Oh wow.
You got your Pearl Jam.
Damn. Your mom's had range.
You feel what I'm saying? You got your I don't know. Then it can go to the soulful stuff. You know, of course, your James Brown, your Aretha Franklin,
you know, Fires,
Patti LaBelle, all that, right? You got all that too. You know, and then you might throw in some Beach Boys or something like that.
Oh,
like, come on, man.
Damn.
Yes. As long as I put everything back where I need to go.
Really?
Open catalog. Maybe not. But it felt that way at that time because I took care of it because I embraced it.
Yeah.
I would sit there and listen through all that stuff, man, and just like, yo, I can sample this record. You know what I'm saying? I can do this, I can do that. Like, I'm telling you, man, like it's... I got a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not like you know, my story is just what it is. Like, I'm a normal kid. I lived a normal life. But it's just, man, it's something about up here, man. It's just like, yo, it's so many twists and turns, and, you know, you really get to know me and we get to talking. If you give me the space to talk, I got a lot to say.
For sure.
You know, but it's calculated. It's from a personal space. You know, it's more positive space, and it's just like, it's just real life, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little or no fabrication for the most part. You know, I might get a little animated on a track every now and then because of the vibe of the beat, but for the most part, you know, what I'm saying is what I'm saying. You know, because it's
very conscious too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to. I don't necessarily like to label myself, because you know how when you label yourself,
you put yourself in a box, kind of.
You already get,
yeah,
you know, compared to other artists in that realm, and it's just like, oh, so you sound like such and such.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like they're gonna listen to that and be like, oh, if you don't sound like, oh, it's trash. I thought you sound like, and it don't sound like what you thought. That's why you just gotta get to know me, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, you just gotta get to know me for who I am.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
Like, I'm so glad I have
simple,
you on
bro.
right now.
No, it's simple, man. Like, you know, and I try to be really, like, calculated with what I say and how I say it, and just be me, you know.
Yeah.
The more I overthink stuff, the more it just get. I complicate it, you know, but I overthink a lot, and I'm really getting better at just chilling out. You know, just calm down, man. Just take a breather, like you said earlier. Just breathe, and
it's gonna
just
be okay.
Take control of what you can take control of. You know,
Exactly.
everything else, just let it be what it is, man. Like,
so
go ahead.
I'm this will happen. So excuse me for interrupting. How do you meet your missus?
Okay. We gonna do this whole documentary. We gonna do a compressed file. Right? we gonna compress. But it's cool though. I like this. This will be additional footage to my documentary when we get to it, right?
Thing. Once we finish this, I'm gonna send you the entire interview. Okay. So you have the whole report.
Interesting. I got you. Yep. All right, but nah, man. This was high school.
You met your girl in high school?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. High school, man. Yep. So again, you know, we met, kept in touch, and started dating. One thing led to the next. You know, some time in between, really getting to know each other. You know, not no quick fling or nothing like that. Like, it was serious. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we invested a lot of time and energy. And again, you know, we just continued that relationship, and then everything just kind of blossomed from there. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I skimmed that up real quick.
You really did. You skimmed that shit. Like, you I'm like, because now I'm like,
what else you want me saying?
Like, I want to see the movie. Like, I want to watch. I want to watch all the episodes.
I mean,
where's the Netflix series in our relationship?
But everything in between, though. You know, it's just like, man, it's just layers upon layers. It's like that 7-layer cake, man. It's like, damn, how many layers is in this cake? It's just a lot of layers, man. So that's,
it's a lot of life.
Yes, it is, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of just communication. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of learning experiences. It's a lot of living. It's a lot of, you know, lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of knowledge. Like, everything.
What was her reaction to you? Was this a group decision? When you were like, I want to go to Atlanta?
Oh, the Atlanta thing. Yeah, it was a group decision. I will say it was, the reasons was leaning more, you know, in my favor. Yeah. You know, so I could say that, you know, when things work out, you know, because they did. Yeah. But at that time, I wasn't feeling like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not feeling like that. And I felt like, you know, we both agreed to do this. And it's weighing more on me because I feel like, you know, I'm automatically taking that responsibility. Yeah. Because if it wasn't for me and, you know, doing my music and, you know, changing up the scenery and saying, hey, why not? Yeah. In the circumstances that, you know, that allow us to do that, then it's like, man, we do all of this and it don't work out. I'm feeling some type of way. Like,
you feel accountable for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, automatically. You know? Yeah. So, I mean, I still kind of feel a way about it sometimes, but it's neither here nor there, man. Right now is what's happening right now, right? Yeah. So I do feel accomplished. I feel like I've succeeded in a lot of things. I've seen that growth, and I have an appreciation for the art that much more because you just got to be patient with the process. You do. Like, you have to be. Because I'm telling you, like, for me to be at this point right now, I feel like and I was getting ready to say this before you kind of shift the question. Go ahead. But this kind of, you know, transitioned into it. But I'm finally feeling like I found my pocket. Okay. Right? So what I mean by that is, it's like if I play a record or if I play something and I don't say it's from me, I'm pretty sure somebody would be like, that sound like something you would make. I'm like, oh yeah? What if I told you that was my beat? See, I knew it because I heard that, you know, that's your pocket. Mm-hmm. When you got your own sound, and I'm not saying that, you know, everything is original, because it's not, right? I mean, all sound is the same notes. It's all the same. Yeah. So it's just all about how you manipulate it, and, you know, that's a whole different topic too, though. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just like, sound is sound. Yeah. Right? So, you know, when you put certain sounds together and just the way that you do it, and you add your own personal, you know, input, you know, and you put your, you know, the seasonings that you like. You know, your combination might not be what somebody else like, but you doing it how you like it, and that's it. So when you introduce it to somebody else, it's just like, yo, this is different. Like, what, you know, what's so different about this? Like, I noticed the difference, but what is it exactly? Mm-hmm. If I tell you, I'm just giving it away. You gotta try it again, and you come up with that. I'm not about to tell you, but if you get it right, okay, cool, you got it. Yeah, it was oregano. You feel me?
You over here chefing it up.
You thought it was basil for a second, but you hit it with the oregano because the oregano hit different. See, the basil got a sweet tone to it. The oregano was more earthy. I know my seasonings, bro. Come on. Am I right though? Like,
oh right. Yeah. How did you come up with the name Hip Hop Heavy?
Okay, all right, we can get into that because I can go. Yeah. So
that's the other thing. If you see questions here,
okay.
at all,
See,
feel free to answer them. I know
I'm locked in, but all right now, yeah.
I'm hip
because the font is kind of little, but if I lean up a little bit, nah, that's cool. Yeah. So the Hip Hop Heavy thing. So. Man, I didn't went through so many names trying to find names for myself, and it's just like, man, why am I having so much trouble? You know, like everybody else is getting these cool nicknames and they're sticking with them. All my nicknames are, you got to know me personally. Those won't transition to a good rap name or stage name, right?
Interesting.
So I'm gonna leave those alone.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna concentrate on what's going on right now. So really, it's just, man.
I love it.
I don't know, man. Like, I thought about this question too. Like, if somebody asks me this question, I need to have a solid answer that's consistent every time somebody asks me this question, so it doesn't flip and flare. And it's like, well, this interview you said this, and then this one you said this. What is it? Like, it's just a name. It's like, okay, so when you pick out your own name, when you give a name to yourself, you got to be confident in that name, because more than likely somebody else may give you a nickname or something just gonna stick depending on what you got going on, you know, especially like for the music. So I always wanted something that was easy to remember, something that kind of stands out when you hear it, and something with meaning, you know. So as generic as the name is, it's very generic, but the whole meaning behind it is just, if you break it down, you know, it's hip hop. We all know what hip hop is. You know, today's definition of hip hop is, in my opinion, something completely different from, you know, the original intent of hip hop. But y'all got to do y'all research and, you know, how that all started. From. You know, exactly. You do your own research.
Exactly.
You know, because I had to do mine, and I'm still learning every day. But yeah, man, I was tired of just calling myself just this rapper, because I feel like, oh, you a rapper. People say it like that. It's like, okay, like you saying it like it's something bad, like it's nothing positive about being a rapper. It's like, it's like a little sign of disgust, so to speak. And I understand, you know, commercially, what they consider, you know, hip hop or rap music, it may not be the greatest representation, you know, from a generic standpoint. It may be drug influenced or, you know, violence and all that, but I'm not putting judgment on nobody. You know, whatever music is out there, it's out there and it's for a reason.
Yeah. Right?
That's out of my control. It's just gonna be what it is. But if I have to do anything with putting out music, I want to put the music out that I want to put out, that I want to hear myself. So who better to tell that story than me? Sure. So, you know, it's just, the heavy part is just like, I've been doing this for a while now, so I figured, like, weight class, I'm a heavyweight now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's go.
Like, I'm a heavyweight now. Yeah. Don't let the size fool you, but it's like I've learned enough. I've done enough. There's no more showing and proving stuff to anybody anymore. I'm not showing and proving anymore. Yeah. I did that already. I did my open mic nights. I've done the ciphers. I've done some rap battles. You know, maybe not on video, but I've battled people.
Battle people?
Of course. I've done battles. So I stepped into that. Like, I'm just all around, like, well-rounded. Like, I'm just who I am. Now, I ain't saying I was the greatest at it. Yeah. But I'm saying I have those capabilities of doing it very, very well. Because I've experienced all of that. So somebody that has all of that experience, it's like, yo, he is heavy in this game. That hip-hop heavy, it just got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just heavy over here, man. That whole weight, it's got a little substance to it. You see how to play on words? You know what I'm saying? Like, heavy substance, man. Yeah. It could be a controlled substance. I don't know. Is it? Your reaction to it may make you feel like it's a controlled substance and you out your mind because you ain't never experienced that before. But it may not be that.
I love this.
You know? Yeah. It may just, your body gotta adjust to it, man. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Think about it like a detox. Yeah. I'm not trying to compare my stuff to no crazy substance that'll have you out your mind. Think of it like a detox, right? A detox is flushing all that, so you gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Cause you got stuff inside you that ain't supposed to be there, so it's gonna be an awkward transition, right?
Mm-hmm.
It may be like that for me sometimes. It may not be what you want to hear. It's gonna have some truth to it. It's gonna have substance to it. You know, man, it could change your life, or it can not. You can like the beats and say the bars are mediocre. Okay. But regardless of what you say, no one can deny the fact that I put, a lot of thought and effort into what I do.
Yeah. And
I take pride in what I do. So above all else, it's like, man, at least this guy's really passionate because I can hear it. I hear it. They hear things.
Yeah.
Same thing with the beats. They can hear that pain. They can hear the intensity. They can hear it. Just in the beats alone. It's like, how do I do that? I'm asking myself now. You ain't even got to ask me. I'm asking myself, how am I capable of doing something like that? I really don't have an answer. It's something that I have to, evaluate and try to figure out. I think because it's coming from a personal space and, certain beats just reflect on what's going on for real. So if anything, I may be telling you a story, right? And you may be listening to it like, oh, okay, that little vocal chop, I see what you did there. Somebody might ask me, are you good? What's going on at home, man? Like you on the Wi-Fi? It's like, I'm not about to give you all the tea, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not for you to, you know what I mean? You ain't just gonna put all your information out there like that, but just know it's human to be in a challenging situation in your relationships. Yeah. And, that's it. It's life, man. At first I'm thinking like, man, I'm all messed up. I shouldn't be saying nothing, but sometimes you need the outlet. You need to get it out your system, man. You know what I mean? So, let me read the rest of this question. What does he feel like his biggest influence of the last few months? Okay, I'm gonna answer that second part. If I answered the hip hop heavy part good, I think I did. Like you answered I felt like I did.
Yeah, if you think you answered it good, dog, I'm here for the ride. I love that. That was. Oh my God.
Biggest influence of the last few months, man. Just being around dope, talented people, man. I mean, everybody in this room right now, on camera, off camera, is everybody that I've linked up with. Even the people that I may have not been keeping in contact with as I should, because, listen, I know I can be a really bad friend sometimes, and I can acknowledge that. I'm not the greatest with keeping in touch with people, so
it's okay. I'm not either.
You know what I mean? But it's because at the end of the day, it's like I have every good intention, right?
Yeah.
But life happens, So as far as the influence these last few months, man, it's just been, like I said, just hanging around everybody that I've been linking up with, from the Controller Ross crew to, Cartridge. You know what I'm saying? Yourself. Just linking up with more and more people that, like-minded. Same goals, same agenda. Just love doing what they love to do.
Yeah.
Just like doing music. Man, even like, when I talk to family members, like my mom, like she always been my biggest supporter, man.
Yeah.
So it was always good to hear her say, keep doing your music, you're doing good, you're proud of me. My sisters and brothers telling me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then also too, it's just like my kids, man. Like, kids getting old, I know they look up to me. I may be the grumpy old man all the time because I'm always tired and working and, taking care of my responsibilities as a man should. But like I said, I'm human too, man. I get tired, I get fatigued, I get frustrated, and it's just like, I'll be going, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I say all that to say when I see my current setup and my children and just seeing how much they rooting for me. Even though they not saying it, I can see it. And I feel it in my spirit, so it's like I got to do right by them. And, of course, my wife, you know what I'm saying? She always keep me on my toes and just, just keep me level-headed and grounded, And I also got to give myself more credit too, because I feel like sometimes I don't. I feel like sometimes it's like, man, I don't know. I just feel like I don't be doing enough sometimes. But that's a whole nother. I mean, this could be like.
It's okay.
Dude,
this is a
you know
safe
what I'm saying?
space. You can say
But,
what the fuck you want to say.
I know. But I'm gonna try to stay on the topics.
Okay.
Please try to stay on the topic.
Okay, so let's do it then.
Yeah.
For you, as an artist and as a parent, what is it like for you balancing making music and being a parent, and like how do you manage that? How do you manage to do it?
Okay. So it's apparent that I'm a parent.
Ah, yes.
And I planned that one.
I like it.
That wasn't.
I like
it. It was off the top at that time, but I had to say it again. So technically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to say that one.
I'm glad you did.
But no. So it's apparent that I'm a parent, right?
Yeah.
But on a serious note, it's really, I want to say I said something earlier too, but it's really about how bad you want it, man. I really do feel like sometimes I can do more with the time I have and time management. But let's just be honest, man. Everybody is not on don't have the greatest of time management, because life just gets to you sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But all I can say is that the less you overthink and the more you just, when you have those opportunities and it pops up in your mind and it's like, yo, I should probably do something, you should just go ahead and do it. Just do it. If you have the time and you on Instagram and you've been scrolling for 15, 20 minutes, yo, house is quiet, kids asleep, nobody's bothering me. I look at the time, it's 10 o'clock. It's like, all right, I'll stay up 12, 1 o'clock anyway, Netflix and chill, and let me go record something real quick, or let me go write something real quick, or make some beats, or just whatever, right? It's those little pockets and moments where I really get stuff done.
Yeah.
But when I start to overthink my projects, I just kind of fall back and I feel like I get distracted, because then I'm putting all this pressure on myself to try to get it done, to try to get it right. You know, I've been called a perfectionist a lot by certain people because they know that I really take my craft serious. So I'm really trying to get it sounding right, you know, even from a quality standpoint, because I'm no engineer. You know, I'm trying to do all these things. It's like, I know my pocket, man. I rap, I make beats. I'm no sound engineer. I really don't know how to mix and master like that, but I'm gonna try my damnedest to do it. So from that point of view, and just really sharpening my skills, man, and just getting better lyrically over time. You know, that's been my biggest challenge, man. Just keeping fresh and just raising the bar for myself, because I already know the bar is high for myself personally. So when other people get around me, they're like, oh, yo, you something different. You're a different breed. Like, yeah, I know that, but I'm not just out here saying that, man, because I'm just cool with it. You know, like, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just never stop working. And I gotta keep telling myself, because I get to points where I'll be wanting to quit, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know, like, I just don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I feel like I've done all I could do, and it's just like, that's it, man. I'm not gonna be famous. I'm not gonna do this. I already embed that stuff in my head, psyching myself out, because I'm comparing myself to something that I'm seeing, and I'm thinking that I'm not there already, but they are there. And no knock to you, but it's like, this music is not good in my opinion.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not,
and
it's just not my cup of tea. Like, somebody likes it, I'm not gonna just completely disregard, because even the worst of them, right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. Right? So I still feel like, even with us, and you know, and I'm saying us is just, whatever correct term you want to use is black people. You know, I'm just gonna say that for generic and just keep it what it is. You know, I feel like even with the worst stuff that people want to place, I still feel like it's some sort of skill and talent there. Definitely. For the individual. Definitely. I just feel like, because we that much more unique with things. So even if you're not trying to, it's still kind of naturally embedded in us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I agree. So that's why the stuff is catchy. That's why it's what it is, because it's still coming from us. Yeah. So if you put a little thought and effort into it, and maybe you do, and that's your product, that's why I'm not knocking nobody. Yeah. because some people really like that stuff, and you may have put a lot of energy into it, and that's got to mean something, man.
True. I think there's something to be said though to your point about if that's what's being placed. It's just that is the thing that's being placed. Those sounds, that type of lyric, any amount of lyrical prowess, while it may exist, those types of lyrics, those types of topics, those are all what are being placed. I think it would be interesting to see a world where competition wasn't, this is the top 40, we're going to repeat a top 40 or a top 100. Competition is a literal fluctuation like competition's supposed to be, where, okay, and because of that, we're able to see and hear a more variety of people. Okay. More variety of artists. Artists such as yourself. Artists such as like Q or, a lot of people from around the squad out here too. But it is that placement. It does. Yeah. I think that really does make a huge difference. We don't have that placement like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's and that's why I say sometimes I just feel like, man, I don't want to ever feel like I'm compromising myself or being compromised to, to try to fit into an industry, based on their standards, because that's really what it is. When you place it as it's an industry, like, just listen to that word, like, it just sounds like
a production line.
Yeah,
I was talking to you about that
like,
today.
Man, it just sound like like some warehouse type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
this is some sort of factory society.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Industrial,
like, it just kind of just, you know what I mean? So it's just like 100%. once the money got involved in contracts and everything, and I would like to say that I've studied enough to know the basics of how the industry works based on what I've been hearing and what I've done research on myself. And that's probably been another thing that kind of deterred me from wanting to even trying to
pursue that,
get to that level, you know? But I still feel like you can be successful. But what is success to you? Well, for me personally, I feel like
we're gonna get there.
Okay.
That's the last question.
Right, okay.
We're gonna get there. I wanna.
Yeah.
Let's keep it.
Yeah.
Let's. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna keep it pushing there too.
I got you.
For you, like hip hop heavy.
We rocking. Yeah.
And I can just say from listening to you talk right now, in our conversations in the past year, I remember when we were doing the showcase, me and you were on the balcony talking for a bit.
Yes.
There is. For as much as like you said, you're controlling and keeping an idea of the things that you actually do want to say. Everything that you feel really does have that weight to it, and it is very true to you. It's very authentic.
Yeah.
The name Hip Hop Heavy. Is Hip Hop Heavy the authentic you, or is it more of a persona as an artist? You as an artist.
Okay. Again, everything that I get involved in, I just like to keep it, as real as I can with myself. When I think of characters, I think about tapping into a certain energy to start playing a role.
Yeah.
Thinking about something that's gonna trigger your mind to get into warrior mode because you about to do this fight scene, so you got to get into that mind state, right?
Yeah.
So with the whole hip hop heavy thing and that just being a movement for me, it's just more so of like, just be who you are and let's just make music.
Yeah.
And just create, like, make the music that you want to make and let it be from a personal space. What you want to hear, what do you want to hear? You know what I'm saying? Like, never mind what the other person wants to hear, because there's way too many of us out here to not have someone enjoy your music. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, let's face it, like, everything that's going on is everything gets recycled. We all go through the same phases and certain trends and just keep recycling. All we doing is just, with recycling, we're using some of the we're using some of the stuff, and then we're making it into something else, but still using the original, product.
Yeah.
So it's just like you take that from that, it's still something useful for you though. And you saving, you know, the planet or whatever, or you just able to utilize your resources better. Right. Instead of just, oh no, I had no use for this. No. Think about it like when you sampling music. Like I'm sampling artists, and it's like the person may not know who the original song was, but they really like that sound, so they go see what the song was about. Yo, this is a dope song. I see why you sampled it, right? Yeah. And now you see how it all connect. It's lit, man. It's layers to it. It's levels to it, and it's way more. It's more than music. It's just more than the music. It's more than being famous. It's more than being, you know, successful with, you know, all the money and, you know, whatever you deem success to be. I just look at it like, this is just me. This is who I am. You know, hip hop heavy is I gave myself that title because it's just hip hop, man. Like I'm just making music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making music, and it took me all this time to get to this point. And it's like, damn, had I stopped, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now doing this interview.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Like I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Yeah.
So I have to constantly remind myself, like, man, I've been humble for way too long. I've been quiet for way too long. But throughout the whole course, I've always had a voice. And that was with my music. Because I never stopped.
Yeah.
So even though I may feel like I'm not saying nothing, I'm quiet, I'm cool, I'm humble, I'm chill, they just know me for being a quiet, you know, shy, quiet guy, right? I was always talking in more ways than one, communicating in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Whether I'm rapping or doing the beats. Because I talk through both.
Yeah.
But you really gotta listen though. That's the thing about it. You know? Again, if I'm associating myself with hip hop, if that's gonna be in my name, I have to represent the elements of that.
Yeah. A lot of
that's
people
a lot
don't
of
know
weight
about
to
the
hold.
elements of hip hop.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So I had to put the heavy on there with it.
Hell yeah.
You see how I balance out?
Hell yeah.
It's all calculated, man. I ain't gonna say no light hip hop. There ain't nothing light over here, man.
No.
Ain't nothing light over here.
At all.
It's got, you know, it's got weight. You know, and it's not an unhealthy weight to where as though you can't, you know, you're not gonna give yourself more than what you can handle. They say God not gonna give you more than what, you know, what you can handle. He's gonna give you what you can handle. So of course it's gonna be a challenge. Of course it's gonna be heavy, but you gotta make the adjustments and build up to that so that you can maintain it, because it's in the right hands.
Yeah.
So you gotta uphold that to a certain level. So that's why I put so much pressure on myself, because it's like, yo, I'm out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm representing hip hop.
Yeah.
So it can't be no dull moments. It can't be, oh man, this guy's a joke. You think you just... No, I'm not.
No.
That's why I always gotta be ready. I always gotta be prepared. Somebody call me out, yo, rap on this beat right now. I gotta get you a Blazing 16, no errors. Spit me some the coldest stuff you ever wrote. I need that verse right now. I need to have it embedded in my brain, about 5 or 6 of them ready to go in the clip.
Damn.
Extendo.
I love
Somebody say, yo, you got some beats? I heard you do beats. Can I listen to a beat right now? I gotta have it on my phone, ready to go, or a link in the clipboard ready to send to you. I gotta be on point. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because I'm representing myself first and foremost. So I gotta do that, man. It's time, man. That's all I'm saying is it's time. There's moments like this, I get to this point and I say, yeah, it's time. You know?
Hell yeah.
Respectfully, man. Like, and I'm cool with everybody. But like I said, I've been quiet for too long, man. And it's one thing being humble, and it's another thing when you're confident in what you got going on, because you know that you got something very special. And you're not stingy with it, and you're ready to just share it with the world, man. Like, it's just my time.
Yeah.
Just give me my time. That's all I want. Let me display it for you. That's it. And whatever else comes from that, so be it.
And it sounds like you're prepared when someone calls for you.
I have to be, man.
To whom much is...
Even if I don't feel like it sometimes, I gotta be somewhat prepared, man. You're not always gonna be 100%. That's like having a kid. You're not gonna be 100% ready for no kid. That's a whole kid.
Yeah.
That's you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I thought we had everything. You ain't never going, you know what I'm saying? But It's just all about the approach on how you look at it, man.
Yeah.
On your mindset. If you're positive, it's gonna happen. Understand the challenges. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be faced with challenges. It's how you go through it, and how you handle it, and what you learn from it.
Right.
And apply it to the next time. You know? Like, come on, man. Am I a rapper? Do I make beats, or am I on some motivational speaking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's what it is. You know, like
when it comes from an authentic place, it oftentimes can feel like both. It's kind of like, I'm sure you got those homies in your life where, you know, it seems like even though y'all close, y'all good boys, y'all been through thick and thin, you know, helped each other through some shit. But it seems like every time y'all talk, it's always on some real shit. Yeah, it always goes there first. But
I don't know who'll take it there, but I know it's always on my mind, bro,
gets there. That's authentic. Yeah. I think that's the authentic experience. That's the real. This is that vulnerable moment.
Because I feel like, again, as men, most of us don't have that outlet.
Yeah.
So if you're into music, that's typically the outlet. And you know, again, that may tie into why certain people may have all this music and they don't really put it out, because it's like it's their outlet. They got it off their chest. But it's a reason why they ain't been saying stuff like that. Maybe they just don't want people to hear it right now.
Right.
You know, maybe they not ready because it's like they may be afraid of some judgment or something like that. It's like these are real life issues that people go through from a mental standpoint, everything. You know, that's why I say it's more than music. It's not just music, man. You don't just listen to music just to listen to it. There's a purpose behind everything, man.
Right.
So it has to mean something to you in order for you to listen to it. Because if not, then you just gonna bypass it like everything else.
So real quick, as you've been listening to music in your life, can you remember when you're in certain emotional places?
Yeah.
So we'll keep it simple with like when you were in a good mood, when you were sad, and when you were angry. Those two are very distinctly important, different emotions. When you were happy or in a good mood, who were you listening to?
See, was this like before I started making music?
Before you started, was you listening to music in general? Okay. Like at any time. Who are you listening to when hip hop heavy is happy or in a good place? What do you often find yourself listening to? It doesn't have to be a specific artist. It can be a genre too. Okay. Just to keep things simple.
I got you. Man, when I'm in a good mood, I typically will listen to some real feel good music, man. So I may throw on some Outkast, man. You know what I'm saying? That's always some feel good vibes. Man, I listen to a lot of beats. I don't really do a lot of vocals like that. But if I do put music on, I usually do old school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can define old school all you want, whether it's R&B, rap, you know, whatever.
Soul,
just old school,
funk, disco. You have range. When you said the Beatles, Pearl Jam, and the Beach Boys were in your life, I was like, oh, hip hop heavy got the ear. Yeah, the ear is there.
Yes,
you got a range.
Yep, and I probably sampled every last one I named.
I love it.
And some people probably would never know that. And that's the beauty of it, man. Like, I'm listening to one thing, I'm giving you something else, and it's just like, yo, how did you get that from that? You just gotta listen to it, man. So I don't think you listening to it the way that I am, because I'm hearing something.
Yeah.
And it got my attention. You know when something gets your attention, you like, what was that? You know, you on full alert.
Hell yeah.
You know, when the dog smells something in the air, or, you know, something, just like, yo, what's that? It's something. You know what I mean? So when I start having moments like that, I realize, like, man, this music thing is serious.
Yeah.
And it's not to be played with, man, because on a positive note, it's just, you know, getting back to the question, listening to certain music when you're in certain moods. So, of course, if you're in a darker mood or more of a sad mood, you know, you might start listening to some love songs or some smooth R&B or you know, I may listen to some of my stuff that's on that level. That's why, like I said, I don't really listen to a lot of other artists, man. And I don't want to drop names. I really don't, because I don't want those comparisons. But you know, at the end of the day, that's why I like doing different styles of music and, you know, different ranges, so that if I'm in a particular mood, I have my own stuff as a reflection. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm gonna go listen to this beat tape because I know it's up tempo or whatever. You know, I'm gonna put this song that I did on because I know this is like, you know, it get me amped up, get me motivated. Or I might put this on because I'm feeling, you know, I'm kind of off today. Yeah. I'll put on my little sad mellow music because I got plenty of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but aside from me, it just really depends on if I really want to listen to other music outside of myself. Yeah. You know, and if it's not on the radio or something I come across, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As of recently, I really don't listen to a lot of other music aside from just listening to beats. Yeah. Because I'm not really getting really influenced by other people's vocals and stuff like that. So I think that's part of me getting into that pocket, right? Just kind of cutting that out. No disrespect to nobody, because it's plenty of music to keep up with. As long as it's out there, you gonna, you know, you can't deny it. No. You know, but I just know for me, man, that's been my biggest thing. Just focusing on me and what I want to do, and just really finding my purpose, man. Just really finding my purpose in life through music and my art. And changing lives, man, and myself included. Right. You know, like me trusting the process, enjoying the process, and seeing my progression along the way. No hiccups and all. It's just like, man, but I'm still here, and I'm still producing this music. In my eyes, that's a win. In my eyes, it's success. In my eyes, this music is just, it means something to me, man. In my eyes, every time I listen to a beat tape or one of my mixtapes or my recent project, it just gets better every time. That's a classic in my opinion. It's like, yo, this sounds so effing amazing. I did that. Hell yeah. Isn't every artist supposed to feel like that about their music? You should be your
biggest fucking fan.
You should be like, yo, this shit
is
cold,
be your biggest
man.
Fan, 100%. I agree.
It's so much that you want to share it with somebody. And I'll be like, yo, you hear it? Yo, I'm going to send you the link. And then you may get an answer. Oh, that was cool. That may throw you off again. Like, damn, he not as hype about it as I am. Maybe it's not good. Then you start doubting yourself again. Then you go back to the drawing board because you're not getting the feedback that you want. These are common things that people go through.
Yeah. How important is that feedback to you? You being someone who you are your biggest fan.
For sure.
You give yourself the space to be that, which is, I think, extremely important as an artist.
Yeah.
Does that how do you handle that kind of feedback when it isn't particularly like positive?
I mean, you gotta accept the good and the bad, and even in your mind, whatever you think may be bad, it's feedback. Yeah. So you have to turn that into something positive and say, well, at least I heard that from several people. Maybe it's something I need to look into. Yeah. Maybe it is something that I can improve on. Yeah. If you're hearing it consistently, but if you're also hearing consistently, yo, this is really, really good music, it's gotta be good. If you're hearing it from several people, and that's another thing too, with just keeping like good people in your circle. Yeah. Not no yes man or just a yes person that's just gonna like everything you do. Like, be honest. Mm-hmm. Gotta be honest. Nah, that wasn't it, man. It was alright, but you could have, you know, you mixed that yourself. You probably want to start spending some money and getting that mixed down. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but seriously,
I get what you mean. No,
because if you're really trying to put this music out, it's got to be a little cleaner, you know? And I start to be like, yeah, you're right, bro. As I'm trying to do everything, I need to go ahead and put some money aside and start getting my stuff mixed properly if I'm really trying to do this right. Right. So, but for now, I just, you know, I do everything myself just to keep it going, to keep it flowing, you know? Right. Just have some material. But, yeah, man, that's really it, man. Just keeping good people in your circle, man. You know.
So, keeping onward, and if you are like comfortable sharing, I think you are. I don't think you've held back at all.
I got you.
I don't feel like that's happened since we've been talking.
Yeah.
How do you find yourself feeling most days? And along with that, like, what do you find yourself thinking about?
Okay. So, I think a lot. So, by me saying that, you can kind of see why I talk the way I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I say what I say because there's a lot of thought that goes into it for the most part.
Yeah.
I'll just give a time frame. I would say I'll say since the beginning of the year till I say now. Because we already in March.
Yeah.
It's already been 3 months, man. And it does not feel like it, right? It don't feel like it. But I'll just use that time frame. Those 3 months that went by, I've been feeling really feeling kind of overworked.
Okay.
It's kind of burnt out as far as just like physically and mentally, just thinking a lot, consistently thinking about stuff that weighs on you.
Yeah.
You know, and that'll physically drain you. You know, because it all starts with the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, lately I've been feeling really just kind of lost, and trying to figure out, you know, where do I go from here? You know, I know I'm at a certain point, but I want more.
Yeah.
What is that exactly? Do I really want this? You know, the things that I'm inquiring about in my mind, is that what I really want? Or am I just saying that because I think that that's my level of success? I need to get to this point to be happy, or to say that I made it.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, I have moments like that where I look at it like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. Because I feel like sometimes too, and I haven't said this to a lot of people, but sometimes I feel like with the music, it's a distraction. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes I'm doing music and I'm enjoying it. You know, it's good for me. But I also feel like sometimes too, I put so much thought into it and I want to make it happen that I kind of drift away from other things that are just as important, if not more important, than music. You know, because music is very important to me. However, you know, it's not just that one thing and one thing only. You know, I got a whole family. I got myself to take care of. I have, you know, I got a whole wife. I have, you know what I'm saying? I got to think about the future. I got to think about investments. I got to think about my children's future and just all these adult things, right? So you got to step away from the music at some point. But don't step away from it completely if that's what you're really trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, sometimes I feel like I'm involved in it so much. And somebody might say, man, you're not really doing, you need to be doing more. Because there's always room to do more, right? But I just feel like sometimes it be such of a distraction for me that I kind of lose touch on the other things I need to take care of that are just as important. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like sometimes that's just a battle too in my mind. Like trying to talk myself out of quitting or talk myself into giving it up and just shifting gears and doing something else.
What else would you focus? I mean,
you know?
okay, so yeah, you
see,
have your family.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's like, what else?
Yeah.
You know? And we talked earlier about my, you know, my career and, you know, my profession and what I do.
Yeah.
And that's a career. So, of course, I'm thinking future-wise, like, what am I going to do in the next couple of years? Or what's my 5-year plan looking like? I should be thinking about that. I should have been, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting no younger. So, it's just, I feel like that sometimes, but I also feel like I just need to stay focused and stay dedicated to the sport and just change it up a bit. You know what I mean? And just get focused and make those changes so I don't feel like that. So I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And feel like it's a distraction. I feel like it's supposed to be what it is, and it's a reason why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like, oh man, I'm just wasting time with this. I don't ever want to feel like I'm wasting time with something that I've invested so much time into. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a failed marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I invested all this time, and we just gonna call it quits like this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that could be heartbreaking, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's time invested in that. and you want to see it blossom and get to a certain level. And if it doesn't, then it's like, so we start living with the guilt and regret and all that type of stuff, and nobody want to live like that, especially with something you love to do. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can. I take it there sometimes because it's really a thought in my mind, and I know that a lot of people feel the same way. I just know it. It's not just me, and that's why I feel a little bit more at ease. But it's still a problem, though.
I think it's
you know what I mean. It's still an issue.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Like mentally,
because I know people.
Yeah.
Who they don't have anything to even think about like that.
Yeah.
Like in the way that you're able to. Because I personally do experience that too. I experienced that with this.
Yeah.
Deeply. Especially when shit goes south and not the way I want it to.
Yeah.
Then I feel like in the world.
Mm.
That being said though, like, there are people who literally, they don't have music as an outlet. They don't have family as an outlet. They don't have this, stream experience, whatever the fuck I'm doing here. Like, they don't have these things as an outlet to even, they're truly a shell. When you talk about just being on your phone for hours, dog. Yeah. That's it. For I would say, more folks than we're probably really acknowledging. They just don't know what they want enough. You're literally wrestling like Jacob wrestling with God.
Yeah, it seems that way, man.
Literally.
It's just been a journey, man. It's been a journey. I know that I got a lot. I still got a lot of work to do, and I still got people that I need to collab with. As I'm seeing in the chat right now. And like I said, I know I don't be reaching out to people, and I should, but rest assured, if you're patient with me, it's just some certain things I gotta smooth out.
100%.
And once I feel like once I start getting the ball rolling with my stuff and stop overthinking, that's been the key word. Like, just stop overthinking. Like, you have to stop, because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I just gotta start doing it, man. Just put it out there and be done, and then move on to the next. But don't burn myself out. Just find that balance. That's really what it is for me. Staying consistent, finding that balance, and just being real with yourself, and just let it happen the way it need to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gotta flow.
Not being so tied to it's perfect.
Yes, because that's been one of my setbacks. I feel like. It's gotta be right, just right, because I hold myself up to a certain standard, but at some point you gotta let it go and just
live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a spiritual perspective, from a personal spiritual perspective. Mm-hmm. I was taught that being holy doesn't mean being perfect. A lot of people who may be Christian or so deep in their religion. When it's very specific to religion, it's different than like a practice, like a Buddhism or something like that. It's not particularly esoteric. But like people who are very deeply religious people, they think they have to do no wrong. You can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't live life, you can't blah, 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 this, that, and the third. It can't be like that if you're going to make it to heaven. Yeah. Any faults is hell, or you own the line. But for what reason would Yeshua die if we weren't going to be given the opportunity, if we weren't going to be given mercy?
Okay.
What reason would our God give us mercy if we were supposed to be perfect? There'd be no reason for mercy. Okay. There's no balance in that.
Okay.
So I think I'm saying to say, like, to your point, letting it flow means like, bruh, I'm 3 videos behind uploading interviews to YouTube. I got Q's to do, Quirkless, and Radix, and I'm gonna have to do yours, but I'm definitely going to spend some time with my mom this week. So all this shit's gonna have to wait. I love y'all, and I love what I'm doing here, but shit's gonna have to wait. It's not exactly what I would have wanted to do. It's not the consistency that I would have wanted to have. All the same, though, I'm tired. To your point. You was like, you tired? You feel like you burnt out? I get exactly what you mean.
Yes.
There has to be a point where you're able to give to yourself.
Right.
When giving to yourself, you also have to be able to receive that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
When giving to others and they're receiving, if it's just give, and everyone's just receiving from whatever, that burns you out, it stresses you out.
Yeah.
Going with the flow means, no, we gotta, sometimes the pattern has to break a bit.
Yeah.
It has to ebb
Yes.
in order to flow.
Yes.
I've been saying, I feel like I've been using that phrasing a decent amount in these interviews these last few weeks, but the ebb is the break in the flow to get back. Because if you're just flowing, that also to some degree is inert. You're not really living.
Yeah. Yeah. That it goes back to the whole routine thing,
That's
man.
exactly
Just,
it.
You're doing your routine and you're doing what you got to do, but at some point it's just like, man, is this it? A year go by, another year go by, another year go by. Man, still doing the same thing, man. Like, it's cool, you handling your business, but what else?
I think it's interesting.
You know,
Toon, when I was talking to him some weeks ago, he made a point about the little different things that someone can do every day.
Yeah.
Just taking the hour out or taking the 30 minutes out to watch a video of something you didn't know.
Right.
Even if it's just, say you've been doing the same thing for 3 months, but like literally 2 days out of that 3 months, you're watching those particular videos, or you're taking that time to learn something new or understand something a little bit differently, so that you're submitting your work, actually like executing and putting something out that you might have been holding off on. I think those little things they shake up the monotony of like, is this all?
Right.
As you were going to that, I think it's a perfect segue into my last question, which is like, to you, what does success look like for you? Like, and do you see making music as a part of that success?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Success for me is being able to do what I love and be able to support myself financially. And, you know, everybody is going to have their own way of living, or a way in which they want to live. I just know for me, I just want to be able to cover my basics, provide a safe space for my family and myself, be able to, you know, take care of all my bills, you know, just my overall livelihood, man, and just be able to support myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, have that avenue and lane, and then have something that I could branch off and do other things, and just, you know, I can pass something on to my children if they want to get involved in it. You know, it can lead to other things. I can create more opportunities for myself and other people, you know, if I get to that point, or when I get to that point, you know, because it's not just about me. I really want to give back, because people have invested in me, and it's not just about money either.
Yeah,
it's about the time and everything, and, you know, people invest a lot of time in me, and I've invested my time into my craft and what I love to do. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to support themselves with something that they really love doing, and they don't look at it as a job? You know, it's like, okay, I'm ready, you know, and I don't mean like every day I'm literally going to the booth every day and just recording raps all day. It's just more like, okay, we got access to so many different ways of, you know, generating some income. You know, it could be music, it could be advertisements, it could be commercials, it could be, you know, movies, it could be, you know, sync licensing or whatever, right? Like, so many different ways, man. So there's really no excuse to not be able to generate some money for yourself, but I don't want it to just be strictly about that.
Yeah.
Yes, it plays an important role based on society standards. Like, that's how we're living. That's how we survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely possible, but, you know, I don't want it to just be strictly about money and money driven only, and you lose the passion for it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or the art of it just kind of dies away, and it just becomes a, you know, more of a machine type of thing, and it's just like, all right, now we just turn it into, you know, how much money can we get out of this guy? How much money can we get from this? You know, oh, we got this much, all right, more. You know, like mass production and all that type.
So we were talking about earlier. That
Yeah. It's just like I don't see why, for those who really truly love what they do, just musically. It don't gotta be just rapping the beats. It can be songwriting. It can be anything involved with, you know, just that artistry. I just feel like it should be a good balance.
Yeah.
And if it's just money driven, now you just talk about entertainment. Now you just being entertained versus really enjoying the art and being entertained, but really enjoying the craft and the process and really getting to know that person while you're engaging in the art.
Yeah.
You get to learn a person through that. You know, I mean, that's really what hip hop is, man. There's so many different definitions, but it's just way beyond the surface, man. It's just way more than just the music. You know, you can get to know me through listening to my stuff. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I may be putting too much information out there, but you know, you put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it's for somebody. You know, and it serves its purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I know if it helps me, I know it can help somebody else. And plus, from an entertainment standpoint, it sounds good. It is good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and it just,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying, give you the good vibes and energy, man. So that's a win-win in my book. You know, who wouldn't want to get compensated for that? I know I do, in more ways than one.
Right.
But I don't want it all. Because what is that going to do for me? It's not going to do anything for me. Because you just put in your mindset of saying, I got to have it all. But what are your intentions?
And then what does all even mean?
Right.
Because at a certain point, all very quickly, at least is every time I hear it.
Yeah.
It is it for people who want it all, it usually comes down to one thing. It's so which isn't even all at that point. It's truly just I want control.
Right.
Or I want in control there's power. I want, you know, infinite resources.
Right.
I want to be loved.
Yeah.
It all comes down to one particular thing. It never really actually encompasses an all.
Right.
I think that's really weird.
Yeah.
Like
when you say it like that, I didn't think about it like that.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'll just know for me, since you know I'm the one being interviewed.
Well, I'm just saying,
you know what I'm saying?
For you to say that you don't want it all,
like, yeah, it's just
it means something to me.
It's just
focused.
like
yeah.
It's just, I feel like success is just being able to really do what you love to do, like I said, and be properly compensated and just be able to support yourself.
Yeah.
Not only just financially, but just, you know, on all levels. You know what I'm saying? And just something that I feel like you can pass on to your children, or just something that you can hold on to as an investment and just keep the cycle going. You know what I mean? Because, you know, let's face it, the industry is worth how much money. You know, it's a lot of money involved. It may not be the same as it was before, but I mean, as crazy as they portray it, it has to have some sort of positive, you know, note to it.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's like, you know, it's as popular as it is now, because just look at all this talent out there, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot that's never been heard, probably never be heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just like way ahead of our time, like futuristic. Just like man, we are so capable of doing so much. Like this is surface level. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say it don't just stops with me. Like I have to be the one to keep, you know, pushing it forward.
Yeah.
Cause I got a lot, man. I know I offer a lot, but I don't want it to just be all about me either. I want other people to experience that, and then just keep it going. Cause I know there's somebody out there that's way better than me right now. I know it. It has to be. I don't want all the fun, you know. I don't want it to all be about me.
So
I don't want to be.
competition,
I don't want to. Yeah, it has to be, cause it has to elevate at some point.
Yeah.
Cause if it's just stagnant, it's just like, all right, But I don't see myself slowing down, no. I'm progressively getting better, in my own opinion. And I think my work is show. And that's it. I'm not afraid to say that. You know? Respectfully, but still at the same time, it's only going to help the next person or whoever I may come across. And that's going to help me too, because it's like, all right, you might have to humble yourself a little bit. And I may have a humbling moment at some point, and I'm sure I will. Like, you ain't as good as you think you are. But I know I still, you know, possess something, you know, of a high altitude, right? Because I've just been slowly but surely elevating. You know what I mean? So it's just, that's what it's really all about, man. Just finding my purpose. You know, I definitely want to utilize the music to my advantage to be able to support myself, man. That's my version of success. And just knowing that I've made an impact on the world, one person, a group of people, whoever. You know, as long as it's a positive change and spark the mind of the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As Tupac said himself, you know what I'm saying? I might be that one he was talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
That definitely do.
It could be
someone else.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, I mentioned him earlier because you can't deny that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there.
But I'm not saying that's what it. I'm not saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just this whole world is full of possibilities.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying? But
let's get into it. I wanna. Would you be okay with just giving us 15 minutes of your style, of your music?
For sure.
We'll give you some time to set up, and please eat some more.
I know. See,
it's okay. Everyone, here's what's gonna happen.
That air sandwich was good.
Yo, you got an egg sandwich?
I said the air sandwich.
Oh, the air sandwich? Dog, look, you've been going. I'm just sitting here like,
I know. No, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. I just ain't want to be unprofessional, man.
It's not this. That's the thing about this. So, my background, starting shit, was his career-wise was professional streaming shit.
Okay.
Hours and days spent trying to look for the top streamers to do XYZ thing for the companies I've worked for, and we still do sometimes for where I work now. The way that everyone does things is so similar, bro. It's like even these interviews I'm doing now, they don't feel like you said. There's a recycled element. People do interviews on Twitch and shit all the time. I don't know too many people who, at a grassroots level like this. At least I haven't looked into them, so I really don't give a fuck, honestly. I just wanted to do this with you all. It's really the long and short of it.
Okay.
So it wasn't a matter, like, don't ever worry about being unprofessional here. This is home in a lot of ways for you all to just be who you are, because I would rather have people see an authentic version of you than something that someone else made up. So when you do attain these next levels of success that you will attain, people can find something that's like, oh, yo, these people are trying to set them up with these whack-ass questions and these other interviews and experiences and shit, blah, blah, blah. But here, we were talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We had a moment that we were able to share, and now I know who Hip Hop Heavy is. I know what he's about and what he's doing. I know who Mark Wall, Uncanny Imp, Akuma Santi, all these people that have slid through here. I know what they're about and why they're doing what they're doing. With that being said, I'm gonna shut our mics. I'm gonna turn our mics down for a bit.
Okay.
Give Heavy some time to eat, and set up, and so we'll be back. Just wait or whatever.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Thank you for doing this, man.
Man, you don't
This
know
has
how
been
nervous.
awesome. Mics back up real quick. All right, folks. We are back here with Hip Hop Heavy. I'm actually gonna switch to the camera view here. There we go. Get that up a little bit. My man's facing there. There he goes. There he goes.
Yes, It's me.
Also, I love your accent. Do people tell you you have an accent?
Yeah.
Do people in Baltimore have an accent? Just normal?
Yes. It's way more stronger than mine because I ain't been there in a while. So it's different.
I like it.
But I embrace it for what it is.
It's got nice hits.
Yeah.
Punches.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 15 minutes on the timer. I'm actually gonna turn these bad boys here like this. We'll get a little color in here. Turn these lights off. Little ambiance. And fucking, I'm gonna turn our mics back down, and you're good to go. In 3. Tight as fuck. That was so tight. Oh my gosh, let's get that. That was so.
That was liberating.
That was hot, bro. That was hot. That was so hot. Oh my gosh, that was great. That was great. Oh man. Y'all be moving me. I'll be thinking I'm gonna just sit here and be like, yeah, we having a good ass time, and I'll be all in my kitchen. I'll be like, stop! Thornton again. Bodied.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yo, that was fucking tight.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. So, okay. And there are, after these moments happen, and just so we can also get you on the road because it is getting late. Normally, I like to have a gift here. The one I ordered is not here yet, so I'm going to send it to you. Okay. You and Radic are in the same order, but I do want to show you what you got.
Okay.
You are an independent creative. I'm also aware of other independent creatives in the world of like fashion. Just cool shit, cool brands that I like that I wanted to shout out and also get you guys a gift from. This one in particular is called Band Brigade. So the shirt that you'll see here, right there.
Okay.
This bad boy right here. Got that for you.
Nice.
Yeah, you told me your shirt size.
Yeah.
It's a nice kind of. That people say you're a cat person.
Yeah. I like how you just tied that in there, right? Now it's official, I guess.
Now it's official.
All right.
That's coming in your size that you shared with me.
Yeah.
When it gets here, I'll get your address and get this shit sent over to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry I cannot give it to you in person.
Cool,
that has been happening these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Ebbs and flows, man.
Yeah.
But it's also learning, so now I know I need to buy weeks ahead of time, which is what I'll be doing for this next set of individuals coming up as time goes on. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
I appreciate you, man.
Where can people find you?
Hip hop heavy, _heavy, man. Instagram, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, YouTube. I'm in the atmosphere, man. it's in the air, man. You know what I mean? Just vibe with me, man. You know what I mean? That's just the beginning, man. I got a lot more in store. Just gotta trust the process. You know, just keep it going, keep myself motivated, stay focused, and just keep doing me, man. Because like I said, I made it this far. I gotta keep going.
You do.
I got a lot of groundwork.
You are very far.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's
just
deeply
like,
far. It's so far from stopping.
I knew certain beats I had to put on and share. Like, I just had to. Like this is groundbreaking.
Dog.
Like I'm talking exclusive. Like you heard it here first.
But
so if you hear it anywhere else or a carbon copy, or at least try to, you know where it originated from, and I'm okay with that. That's what being real is all about. Acknowledging the fact that, you know, it is what it is. Embrace it for what it is. It's gonna get out there.
Yep.
And when it does, it's over with, man.
I can't.
You know.
Wait.
So,
okay. I'm gonna stop our record here.